Minnesota Democratic Governor-elect Tim Walz is conducting what he's calling a listening tour of Minnesota. One of his stops on this Saturday morning was the cafe restaurant in Crookston, where he spoke to a packed house.
I'm going to first of all thank you all for taking time on a Saturday to be here, because this is a continuation of what happened 3 weeks ago on election night. And it's not about who won elections. It's about that Minnesota participated at a higher rate in an election than any place else in the country. So, you being here is testament to the reason we vote in such high numbers is we value civic engagement, and we value the privilege and the right we've been given to self-govern. And that means everybody being involved. There's a lot of elected and former elected officials in here. Representative Keel is here. I want to thank you for taking the time. We have county commissioners and city council, and I think many of you heard me during the campaign talk extensively about building partnership with local officials. I am a firm believer that the best decisions happen closer to home, because the people most impacted know better about how those things can be done. I also believe local government has a track record of being more effective. One is because they know the issues. Two is because you know where they live, and there has to be a responsibility back to you. So this tour and this reason of being here is one Minnesota listening tour, and it truly is about listening. Peggy Flanagan is down in Prairie Island and be in Winona this afternoon. We kicked off in Mankato. We've been to Laverne, Marshall, Granite Falls, La Crescent. We were over in Winona, back to Rochester. Did two events yesterday that highlight the unique opportunities in this state, one in North Minneapolis and one in Fergus Falls. Citizens of Minnesota gathering together to answer the call that I'm going to ask you: what can we do to make sure that this is your government and is responsive to you, and what are the things you're looking for in it? And in traveling around and listening to people, the sense of optimism and the hope of what we can get done runs deep. This statistic, when I heard this after election night, surprised me at first, and then it's kind of self-apparent to all of us. Minnesota is the only state in the union with divided government. Meaning the House and the Senate. The Minnesota House, the DFL has a majority. The Minnesota Senate, the Republican have the majority. Every 49 other states, it's either polarized all Democrat or all Republican. And all of us, I would argue, in this room and in Minnesota know this gives us an incredible opportunity to forge compromises that last, that serve a broader number of people. Because trust me, I get it. When your party's in charge, you want to do everything that you want to believe. But how many times have we been through this? Then we switch parties and the other side rips all those things out and does something different. Then the other side wins and rips those out. And citizens are left in the middle with no consistency and no capacity or the belief that their voice matters. We know in Minnesota, because we've done it for decades, when we come together around our common values and our common goals, we forge lasting solutions like the Minnesota Miracle. We lead and innovate in areas of, we have fed this world, and we have innovated in medicine. Those are the things that we're looking for. So I'm out here today, and I'm going to grab my book here in just a minute, and I'm going to kick it off to you. But what I'm really out listening for, and this is an incredibly unique opportunity in this time frame we're in. It has been 24 days or so from the election. I saw a news article a couple weeks ago that said, well, I don't think the new governor's commissioner picks are going to be that good. I said this: how about this? How about you let us actually take office, pick someone, and then fail, and then criticize?
In Crookston, I'm Neil Carlson reporting for iNewZ.TV.